Alright guys, it is that time again, and unfortunately I don't mean Destiny 2, I mean Bungie, because whenever something Bungie related comes out to the public, it's never ever a good thing. So, I am of course talking about the stuff that blew up today by the user N2, and obviously you have that at here, 4NT1R34L. Yeah, a lot has come out about this, and we're going to be taking a look at exactly what's going on and where this is kind of leading to. So, what am I talking about? I'm talking about the art inspiration for Marathon. This is so unfortunate. This is like worst case scenario for Bungie in pretty much every single sense of the word, because Marathon has just been hit by a ton of bricks every single time Marathon is mentioned, even leading back to the very beginning, because the moment that we found out that they were not working on a Destiny 3 and we were getting an extraction shooter, that immediately got some backlash. And then you had the whole beta testing, which was completely closed off to the public, not the most recent one, the one way back last year, and that got a ton of negative feedback saying that the game just wasn't fun. And then obviously you've got everything right now, and I don't even think like players are even really playing it in the masses of what they did when they released all the keys. Like, obviously there are people playing Marathon right now. There's nowhere near the amount of people playing Marathon right now versus when they gave all the keys out and it was all the big hype, right? Anyway, so this Twitter user N2 is comparing a lot of her artwork, I think it's her, yeah, her, comparing a lot of her artwork to the Marathon stuff, and it's so very, oh god, it's just so similar. And I'm going to start from the very top. So the first bit here is obviously you've got the square and you've got the two kind of triangle bits with the cutout in the middle, and it's the exact same on this one here. We've got the two triangles with the cutout in the middle, and again here, two triangles cut out in the middle. And it's the exact same here. So this artwork here is by N2. At first, when you look at this, you're like, okay, I somewhat see it, I somewhat don't. You know, these are a lot more spaced out, whereas these are a lot more kind of together. You know, not too much big of a stretch there. It's like, okay, it's somewhat similar. Then you move down, and then you see that the icons that were used in Marathon is the exact same, and even in the same order. Like, in the bottom right corner, you've got kind of the diamond-ish thing. You got the diamond-ish thing there. You got the two slabs to the side, two slabs to the side. This thing with the dot on top. This one with got a little dot on top. Whatever this thing is, and then that thing, and then kind of like the arch, and you got the arch, and then the wings on the side, and the wings on the side, and the weird kind of slanted T. Got the slanted T there. Oh man, looking at this right now, it really just makes you think like, oh my god, it is basically carbon copy. And there's another one right here with the kind of the alpha and the line and the text underneath it where it says dark space haulage, I think it says logistics, and then you look at it on the right hand side, it says it again, Aleph dark space haulage logistics. Like, it's plain as day. This is the artwork of N2. This is what's being placed in the game right now, and it's unreal. Now, why is this a big deal? Why is this such a huge deal? Well, one, because artists that are much smaller than a multi-billion company should obviously be compensated for their work and just not have it stolen, because this isn't inspiration. Some artist that works for this multi-billion company that is Bungie and Sony, they haven't looked at this and gone, I'm drawing inspiration from this. No. They have literally just gone, right, I'm going to copy and paste that, which isn't great, because a young artist, or just artist, I don't know how old this person is, you know, they're probably not a multi-billionaire, right? And to just have your work ripped off and copied and pasted and then just sold to the masses. I mean, I know you can't buy Marathon right now. If anything, the fact that you can't buy Marathon or even pre-purchase it is highly within Bungie's favor right now, because this isn't just a simple, like, you know, going back to the Ace of Spades situation, it's not just a simple ornament where someone who's designed the Nerf ornament for Ace of Spades has carbon copied something from an artist. This is literally plastered all over the game. This isn't an ornament. The entire art style of Marathon is from N2. That's not an ornament. That's the entire game. The aesthetic, the symbols, the literal art style of the game is from this person that Bungie definitely did not employ. I would love to say that it stops here, however, because it's a Bungie situation, this shit only just escalates. So, who is Joseph Cross? Let's have a look. Joseph Cross is the franchise art director of Marathon at Bungie, and he literally says in this tweet on the 5th of May, so lucky to have worked on at Kerpa Hosk from the close to the beginning of Marathon visual development, identities, custom typography, ARG campaigns, and much more. He's literally tweeted that on the 5th of May. If we go back to this real quick, I believe this person, here we go. So this was published. When was this published? This was published on September 28th, 2017. I know that this picture literally just next to it, where is it? It's this one. This was literally ripped from this person and used in the ARG, and this was on September 17th, 2017. Were you aware of the reimagined new project that is the IP of Marathon in September 17th, 2017? No, you were not. Absolutely not. However, this art style was made back then, and Joseph Cross on May 5th, this year, not 2017, is saying that they worked with this team to create a Marathon visual development, identities, custom typography, ARG campaigns. No, mate. It was taken from this, which was September 17th, 2017. Now, the reason why I wanted to point this out, and some people might look at this and they might be like, well, it's not entirely Bungie's fault, it's Kerper Host. Well, actually, you know what? Bungie is a multi-million company. Sony is a multi-billion company. I really don't think it's that much of a hard ask for these people that employ hundreds and hundreds of staff members to just do a little bit of due diligence and just have a look at the people that they're working with, do your background checks, cross-reference everything, audit every single thing that you do, but they clearly don't. Because this has happened with Bungie before, whereby they've had to compensate another person for the Ace of Spades tournament. In fact, there's literally a court case right now with Bungie where someone's suing them on the fact that they ripped off the Red War campaign for Vanilla Destiny 2. Admittedly, that one's a huge far-fetch. I have looked into that off camera and off stream. Highly doubt that that's going to go into the person's favor because they've literally just got no leverage, and Bungie most certainly is probably going to go win this. But, however, this seems to be quite a consistent theme with Bungie. I just don't understand how you can employ all of these people and just not check all of your references. It just seems like such a basic thing. And like, why are you paying? Like, what are you paying these people for? You're paying hundreds of people to work on all this cool stuff, yet they can't seem to make the cool stuff by themselves because they're just taking it from people that made cool stuff years ago, hoping that people wouldn't notice because it was almost 10 years ago. It's just so sad, man. It really is just so sad. And it keeps on happening. Anyway, moving on. Who is Kerper Host? Let's have a look. Kerper Host. We are a brand and a design agency. And we inspire to progress. Well, that was short-lived, wasn't it, really? I highly doubt these people have said anything at all. But obviously, this is just a company that Bungie has worked with. No, they haven't said anything at all. In fact, their last tweet was September 27th, 2024. Like, come on, what is going on? It's just the writing's on the wall. Like, I don't know, if I was in charge of a multi-million company and I had the eyes of literally hundreds of thousands of people on every product and every move that I make, I would want to make sure that my ass is fucking covered on every single choice that I make from a business standpoint. Because the moment you slip up, you're gonna get called out, and then you're gonna get this happen where people literally report on it, and then you look stupid, and it's all well and good coming out at the end saying, oh, guys, we hold our hand up, we want to support artists, we're gonna compensate them. No. That's all well and good, scoring those brownie points for using all those trigger words that's gonna make people have a huge smile on their face when you say it publicly on a tweet. However, this shouldn't happen in the first place. This is too consistent. You are a multi-million-pound business. These mistakes should not happen, especially when the artists that have absolutely incredible talent, by the way, are just not being recognized or compensated in any way, shape, or form until it goes viral like this. If this person had stayed quiet right now, and if this person hadn't have said anything whatsoever, do you really think this would have happened? Do you really think they would have got any recognition at all? Nope, not at all. This person would just be a shadow in the wind, just like we all are right now. And it is so very fucking unfortunate. Bungie, I'm really sorry. I usually stick up for you guys every way I can, but this just really is not fucking good enough. This is really, really fucking bad. And again, for all of those people that say, well, it's not entirely Bungie's fault, it's Kerper Host, whoever these people are's fault. No. Bungie should cross-reference every single company that they work with. Bungie should cross-reference every single person that's going to help them work on their products. Bungie should audit everything that they do because they are under a huge fucking telescope right now from everyone in this community, because every single time something comes out with Bungie now, it's always a fucking problem. Anyway, moving on from that, we have this here, and this literally nailed it on the head. So for anyone that was looking at this and was like, you know, okay, I still don't really believe it, even though it's plain as day, really. Like, how could you not believe it? We then have this, which confirms it even fucking more. On the left, you've got Marathon. On the right, you've got N2's artwork. This is literally copy and paste. You've got the lines, you've got the boxes, you've got the arrow, you've got the 28, you've got the 28, you've got the box. And here's the part where Bungie really shot themselves in the foot. And this is the part where Bungie really does not check what they do. Or at least not as properly as what they should. AntiReal Daily Series. Do you know who that is? That is N2. AntiReal.info. Let's click on this. Oh, look. It's the artist's website. AntiReal.info. It's literally in their artwork. AntiReal Daily Series. This is the actual person. It's the actual person. They made this and they put their name in their artwork. And Bungie tried to cover it up some way, but didn't even properly cover it up. You can clearly see it. There's an A, there's an N, there's a T, there's an I. This is kind of smudged, but that's clearly a D. That's an I there. That's an E there. That's a swirl as an S. This very clearly is a smudged kind of weird, shitty Photoshop version of someone trying to mask over the letters there. AntiReal Daily Series, and that is in Marathon right now. If you have a key. And you can literally see it. If you have a key to play Marathon right now, you can go into the game right now and you can see it. Literally, Control-C, Control-V. They didn't even... Oh, man. This is what... Okay. I really have to kind of bite my tongue a little bit here. Because this really fucking bothers me, if I'm being honest with you. Because there are so many people in this world, like N2, who make absolutely fan-fucking-tastic work. And they're just being mugged off by all these multi-million-pound companies that just do not care. And again, do you want to know why I say that they don't care? And yes, I know that they've made a tweet, and yes, we're going to take a look at that very clearly. The whole reason as to why they've published a tweet right now, and the whole reason as to why this is blown up, is because this person spoke up. If this person, N2, hadn't have said anything at all, this would not have happened. And Bungie would have just continued developing Marathon. They would have continued making assets from other people like N2's artwork. They would have continued with the pre-orders. They would have continued making millions and millions from Destiny 2 and Marathon. And this person, N2, would have got zero recognition whatsoever if all of this kept quiet. The only reason why the Marathon dev team has responded to this, again, we'll take a look at that and what that says in just a moment, is because you've got YouTubers like myself and streamers like Astacross and other big YouTubers that are actually posting about this, that has actually got the attention. Again, if no one big reported on this, and if this didn't go viral, this would be swept under the rug like a dust particle in a fucking shadow. You know what I mean? And that's what makes it sad. That's really what makes it sad. Multi-million-pound companies scrounging off the artwork of people that probably aren't millionaires. And it's really, really sad, especially for artists around there. Anyway, let's take a look at what Marathon said. We're going to zoom in on this one. So this is the Marathon dev team. We immediately investigated a concern regarding unauthorized use of the artist decals in Marathon and confirmed that a former Bungie artist included these in a texture sheet that was ultimately used in-game. Okay, there's the admission. So the Marathon team recognized, investigated, and admit that this actually has happened. There's your confirmation for anyone that still doesn't fucking believe it. Even if this wasn't enough for you. Crazy if this isn't enough for you, to be honest. But anyway. This issue was unknown by our existing art team. Why? Why? You have hundreds of people that work for you. Why? And we are still reviewing how this oversight concerned. Yes, because someone very clearly hasn't done their job properly. We take matters like this very seriously, as you should, as we have reached out to 4NT1R34L, or yeah, that is L, isn't it? My bad, sorry. To discuss this issue and are committed to do the right by the artist. Yes. Absolutely. Again, I highly doubt, the only reason why this has happened, in my opinion, is because this has actually gone viral. But yes, absolutely. And you can see down here how Bife and the Marathon team and Astacross actually follow this person now, which is great. As a matter of policy, we do not use the work of artists without their permission. Exactly as you should. To prevent similar issues in the future, we are conducting a thorough review of our in-game assets, specifically those done by former Bungie artists, and implementing stricter checks to document all artist contributions. This blows my fucking mind. Because this should have happened anyway. This should have happened anyway, because Bungie have been in this, oh god, Bungie have been in this situation before. Not once, not twice, a couple of times, right? They have. So why is this not done already? Why are they not doing these checks already if it's happened before? It's so lackluster, man. You're just trying to say all of these trigger words to make the community a little bit more suppressed and a little bit more calmer in reaction to this situation, to kind of pattern down the fire a little bit. But it's just not good enough. This should have happened when the situation happened with Ace of Spades. And again, you might say, oh yeah, but Brad, that's the Destiny team, not the Marathon team. They're all underneath Bungie. Why can't they have the same checks? Why can't we treat it with the same respect? Anyway, so they finish off this chain of tweets here saying, we value the creativity and dedication of all artists who contribute to our games, and we are committed to doing right by them. Thank you for bringing this to our attention. Yeah, to be honest with you, the artist is actually very, very lucky that Bungie is a popular company, and very lucky that you've got loads of people that report on this every single time, because literally, it says, thank you for bringing this to our attention. It literally got their attention because higher people in this world got their attention for this smaller artist. If this was a smaller artist, and if this was a smaller game, and it wasn't reported on by really big streamers and really big YouTubers, that artist would have done nothing but been able to just be like, okay, great, I can't do much then. It's not going to get seen. They're not going to... Bungie get tagged in so many things every single day. They're not going to see my tweet, are they? It's just so unfortunate how we have to rely on bigger streamers and bigger YouTubers for other people to get heard and for their work to actually be properly respected. Thank you for bringing this to our attention. It should have never even got that far. To prevent similar issues in the future, we are conducting a thorough review of our in-game assets. This should fucking happen anyway because you've been in this situation before. Like, come on. This is just... Oh, this is just silly shit now. This is just silly. Anyway, so since this has all come out, N2 has now posted a response as well, and we're going to take a look at that. Completely overwhelmed by the response to this. Thank you so much for the support, and especially to those who have donated. It helps enormously. I'm so happy that this person got the recognition. I'm so happy that this person, N2, is lucky enough to have big YouTubers and big content creators actually report on this for them, because I do highly believe that they would have never got noticed if no one bigger actually brought this to the attention of Bungie. And I really hope that N2 gets the money that they deserve. I actually fully believe that N2 should get a percentage of all revenue income that comes from Marathon. And I know that sounds a little bit crazy, but her work is literally in the game. Like, you're constantly playing in environments that are made not by Bungie, but by this person. This person's assets is in the game that you play, therefore they should make a percentage of those sales. Heck, like, even give this person a job. If you're literally gonna take assets from someone's artwork to make your game and your art style look pleasing to the eye of us, your consumer, then why not give this person the job? Clearly the people that work for you can't do it, so make this person do it. Obviously they've got a fantastic talent that your team currently doesn't have at the moment, if they're just taking work from other smaller artists, right? That's not it. That is not inspiration, that's copy and paste, and that's not a profession, that's just easy fucking work. Anyway guys, I'm really sorry for the rant here. It just pisses me off, this type of stuff. So yeah, this is coming from someone that absolutely loves Bungie. This is coming from someone that actually sticks up for Bungie so fucking much, and this is coming from someone that actually has a lot of respect for Bungie as well. So yeah, they say they're going to do thorough checks. I say it should have happened in the first place because, again, you've been in this situation multiple times. But hey ho, what can I say? I'm a small person in a big world, so yeah, it's whatever. Guys, let me know what you thought on this video. Comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.